Hello and welcome to the Web3 Podcast. This is episode 2, and we are live to discuss a few different topics today. We're going to talk about some of the Dapps, particularly in the HIVE ecosystem. We're going to talk about alternative platforms in general, and we're also going to talk about building communities. Something that I'm really passionate about that essentially a lot of people overlook. A lot of people don't think about they think they want to build a following and not necessarily a community. Definitely, I see a lot of the better streamers that I watch and the better content creators are actually they will interact with people. They're not just siloed off to just do their own thing. And essentially hope people watch. That's kind of, I think that's going to go the way of the dinosaur in the future, because I think that there's a lot of value added that comes from being able to interact with people. And of course, you're not going to be able to reply to every comment. You're not going to be able to really connect with everybody. But the main point is just to have some sort of community outreach in some way, and have some way of communicating your message with the people that you want to hear it and discuss it with them. But to start with, I figured that we would go over some Dapps, and I think what better way to showcase Dapps than to showcase one of my favorite Dapps, or a couple of my favorite Dapps. So, Dapps, if you're not familiar with the ecosystem of the blockchain of platforms, and that for those viewing the stream, so we're going to take a look at D.Buzz. And this is basically on the HIVE blockchain. This is a front end that looks very much like Twitter, and that's kind of where they're going with the buzz. It's kind of like tweets. It's got a bee that buzzes, and so you buzz instead of tweet. So that's kind of neat. You can see. It should show you your notifications for when people upvote or comment on your content or follow you. And what's nice about this, and what I really want to push for people when they're looking at Web 3.0, is that this is part of why I'm advocating for Web 3 and the systems that are in place for Web 3, particularly with the HIVE blockchain. And the big reason for that is that the fact that you own your account, and the fact that your account follows you everywhere, right? So if I post on ThreeSpeak and I post a video on ThreeSpeak, then you will see that is my video on ThreeSpeak, and it posts to my account on my, like if you looked on Peaked, or if you look on wherever you're looking at, whatever platform that you're looking at, I say platform. Really, these are just front-end interfaces, or these are the Dapps, decentralized apps. So, these decentralized apps are very nice for displaying information in a different way. So, for instance, if we look at Vim where I'm live now, then you'll see that there's a lot of and let me get it off, because I'm gonna have double talking there for a sec. But generally speaking, this is just a front end interface. Because if I go to my dashboard, I'll show you. On my dashboard, like here, I'm making a post to HIVE. And that's part of the ecosystem that is here. Is I'm gonna post to HIVE still, and that's part of my content. All of this content is my content. So Vim is a Dapp. D.Buzz is also another great Dapp. D.Buzz is the Twitter-like interface for Hive. You also have other front-end interfaces for Hive. One of those being a podcasting format, and that is and I don't know why it doesn't. They need to fix this for this browser. I like to use the Opera browser, but it seems like they prefer. Let me log in. Oh, I'm already logged in. So I uploaded my first Web3 podcast episode here. And so this is part of my content as well. All of this is on the Hive blockchain. So all of this has followed my account on the Hive blockchain. And I don't have to worry about the fact that I don't have to worry about what front end I'm using for it. So, and to illustrate this, I'm just going to go over here to, this is my Hive wallet, but I'm going to go to my posts. And if you look here, you'll see that it just posted where I'm live on Vim streaming. That's one of those posts. There's another post here where I posted on dbuzz. So this is why it's going to dbuzz, and then I'm talking about. Then I have a video on 3Speak. I posted on dbuzz earlier today. Posted on Ariel here, and all of these are following my account. I post on ActiveFit whenever I'm for my fitness, whenever I'm exercising and stuff. All of these are following my account all the way along. So that's why I'm really a major advocate for Web3 and the control of your account, right? The control of your presence, your online presence, period. Because think about this. How much are they making off of your content, off of your existence here on Web2? Basically on the centralized platforms like Twitch or like any centralized platform that you go to. Think about how much they own all of this content, no matter where. If I post a podcast or if I'm I'm generating data for them via like fitness, if I'm posting videos, if I'm posting tweets, if I'm posting, if I'm going live and doing a live stream, that all of that is there, right? So, I mean, you can see here I post every now and then on d.buzz, and this is just a front end interface for all the stuff that I post on d.buzz, and that's just pulled from here, really. I mean, because here I'm just posting to d.buzz. So, apologies for the dead air, but the idea is that whenever you have these type of things going on the platform, you can post all of your content to one blockchain, and all of this content that I'm generating will be owned by me, because I'm the sole owner of the account, right? So that's the main thing why I think that this is Web3 is important, and what we can contribute to Web3 is helping them make this more and more decentralized and better for all of the front ends and all of the communities. And that's what I think 3Speak is doing a great job at over there too. So they're doing a great job with the Speak token. They're going to have a drop, I believe, based on what the interview with the head over 3Speak. They're gonna just drop to people who have Hive in their wallets. They're gonna drop some of the Speak token, and if you stake it or the government whatever the initial token, and if you stake it, then you can just earn tokens, stuff like that. So there's a lot of good, neat stuff that's coming with Web3 that just isn't on Web2. I mean, you can't earn for your content the same way that you can on these, more decentralized platforms. I don't get paid just for making content and people liking that content. But this leads into a larger discussion of decentralized apps. Like from the decentralized apps, it leads into a larger discussion about the role and importance of alternate platforms. So we see a lot of times centralized platforms popping up, especially after bannings. We saw recently the launch of Getter, and as a courtesy, I always am willing to try out these new platforms just because I do want to see what I do want to see how they do and what goes on with those in the future. So I'm always interested and intrigued, but I want to warn that those are centralized platforms. There is the threat of you getting your account banned because you did something that they didn't like, and or said something that they didn't like in any way. So that's why, but I don't want people to dismiss them either. So I think that people dismissing the centralized platforms, and that's part of why I'm going live to both centralized platforms and Vim, is because I think I have what the most important thing is to build a group of people who like your content for what you do, and they want to listen to what you have to say, and that's definitely going to be a great thing. I think it's going to be really helpful to for the sake of building those communities and all that. But I think that ignoring centralized platforms is just, it's going to be to your detriment. You're not going to build any sort of sense of community or anything that'll be meaningful for you. So I definitely want people to take it seriously and really look at supporting all of these alternate platforms. So that's why I try to be on as many as I can. Not all of them are good, but there are definitely some that are better than others. But I definitely want to advocate for people don't ignore these other platforms, because it's going to be, if one of them decides to pop off all of a sudden and become something really big, then you're going to wish you had paid attention to it. So that's sort of my shtick with it, is that I would prefer to okay, well, that wasn't. Let's see, hold on. So, but that's part of what I'm saying here is if you look at this and you see what we have going on here, we have a lot that you can do with your accounts and what how you can manage that content and what you want to do. So, but like I said, I want people to take value in all of the platforms, as many as you can, reasonably, and I would say just try to take use as many as you're comfortable with, because it's definitely going to be to your benefit to have more of these platforms and have another place where someone could possibly notice your content and pay attention to what you're doing, what you're saying. And thank you, Vim, for the upvote. Hopefully my alert went off. Did the alert go off? But yes, the idea is that I want to see more participation in building communities within Web3, and I really want to see more people reach out and more people to actually take notice of where they're posting their content, why they're posting their content, and what they can do with the fact that these are decentralized and you completely own the account, and what you can do to post on all the different interfaces that are just front end implementations for specifically for Hive. If I look at go look at Hive.io, and I think we can see the Dapps here. So you can see here. Let's look at the social just specifically. I don't know what Engage is. I learn something new every time. But there are a lot of different interfaces here. We have Vim. We have Hive.blog is a blogging site. Peaked is another blogging site. So what could really be beneficial to a lot of people who may have their own blog is if they just set up a Hive account and then they use Peaked and they post their blog. They can still post their blog on whatever centralized site like Substack or whatever, but they can still post it to Peaked, and then that generates a lot of that can have a lot. You can get upvotes for your content, and that does wonders. But also, you could reach a new audience. I mean, you really have a lot of options, and there really isn't a reason for you to really want to deviate from from that. You really should want to try to basically have as much you don't want to spread yourself too thin, but you do want to push it as much as you can. So like here, let's see. I mean, Splinterlands is the top Dapp. We have Hive Blog, Peak D, 3Speak, Leo Finance. Leo Finance is a good one to talk about finance stuff. There's also D.Tube or DTube, Sports Talk Social. Dpole is a new one. I've never heard of that. We have Vim here that we're on. But all of these are just different implementations for how you see the Hive blockchain. And it's just really it's all your account, right? It's all your account. So there's a lot here that you can really you can see that is key to building your communities, and posting on the centralized platforms to get people over to the Hive ecosystem would be nice. If we can get more people onto Hive, the better. And also, it would be great to just have more people who are like-minded. As far as the ideas of owning your account and being more free with what your content is, and not having to worry about centralized platforms banning you. So, that's kind of most of what I wanted to talk about here. I just wanted to go over some of the Dapps, talk about building the communities that you have, talking about the alternate platforms. Get on these alternate platforms, even if you disagree with what fundamentally what they're created for, or how they're branding themselves. If they say they're a free speech platform, and although they have terms of service that may be censorious, still just join it and contribute to the discussions, and post your content there, because you never know who could see it from those other platforms, and possibly be interested in what you and you're doing, as well as joining anything that you're trying to push. If you want to, for instance, with like DDR does the fundraising, and if you want to do like a fundraising campaign, the more places the more eyes that you can get to see that kind of stuff, the better. So I don't see any point in not valuing a lot of these different areas, valuing these different Dapps. Post all your content everywhere that you can, so the more people can listen and try to join up in your cause here. So that's pretty much all I had for this episode. We'll probably have a better episode tomorrow. This was just a short. I just want to do a short little episode for tonight, and then we'll get into some gaming here in just a second. You will see the stream drop, but I'm gonna just change titles and change games, and just so that this can be archived separately from the gaming stream. So let me do that. I'm gonna take a short break here. Appreciate everyone coming out and just listen, and this is going to be I'm also going to have this posted to all the podcasting platforms, especially Ariel, which is the Hive platform. But if you haven't already, please follow me wherever you're at. Follow me on Twitch, on Vim, over on Getter, over on Twitter. Follow me on those platforms, and I'm gonna post my content there. And I would like to have people there to have some good discussion with, and talk about stuff. So, but that's been the second episode of the Web3 podcast. Talking about Dapps and alternate platforms. And I hope that I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have a special guest doing DDR Freak. We're going to do sort of an interview with him, and we're going to talk about a few different things within the Hive ecosystem, and what we can do to better market Hive and market a lot of these different Dapps, as well as just in general improvements on the capabilities for the applications. Building this ecosystem larger, essentially. So, thank you for coming out and listening, or listening on the podcasting platforms. I hope you have a great day. And this is Trey 50 Daniel signing out.